is the passive voice? Do you remember what is it for? Or when to use it? Okay, let's begin. Remember that we have two types of voices, the active voice and the passive voice. The active voice is something that we use every day. It's the sentence usually begins with the performer of the action, then the verb and an object. This is called active. It's like a normal sentence. For example, Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. That's our common idea. Leonardo da Vinci is the subject or performer. Painted is the verb in the past, and the Mona Lisa is the object. Okay, so this is the active voice. Now, if we begin a sentence with the object, we formulate a passive sentence. So with the object, the Mona Lisa was, in this case we need to use a form of verb to be, painted, the main verb in the past participle form, and by Leonardo da Vinci, that is our subject. Okay, most of the time we just make the passive voice to emphasize in the object rather than in the subject. Now, when to use the by phrase? Don't use the by phrase when the performer is not known or not important. Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. In this situation, by Leonardo da Vinci is important because we need to know who painted the Mona Lisa. But if we have this sentence, someone stole the diamond, and we change it to the passive voice, diamond was stolen, it's enough. It's not necessary to say the diamond was stolen by someone, because someone is not known or rather is not important. So just use the by phrase when it's important to identify the performer of the action. Now, how to use the passive voice in all the tenses? Here we have cats eat mice, mice are eaten by cats, the simple present. Susan is cooking dinner, dinner is being cooked by Susan, the present continues. Paulo Coelho wrote the Zahir was written by Paulo Coelho, this is the simple past. They were painting the house when I arrived. The house was being painted when I arrived, in the past continuous. They have produced over 20 models in the past 2 years. Over 20 models have been produced in the past 2 years is the present perfect. And they are going to build a new factory in Arequipa. A new factory is going to be built in Arequipa is the future with the big one too. As a review, don't forget that the only thing that changes in the passive voice is the verb to be. Because the main verb, it's always going to be in the past participle form. For example, in the simple present, is are past participle. Present continuous is are being and past participle. Past form, was or were, past participle. Past continuous, was, were, being, and the past participle. Present perfect, have or has been, future with be going to, is or are going to be, and the past participle, and the future simple will be, and the past participle. Now here you have some examples that you can do. My advice, pause the video now and start completing them on your notebook or piece of paper, because I'm going to show the answer later, so my advice is that. For example, number 1. Thomas Alva Edison invented the light bulb. In the passive voice, the light bulb was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. My parents painted the wall. The wall was painted by my parents. The penicillin was created by Alexander Fleming. The question is this passive or active? It's passive, so we need to change to active. Alexander Fleming created the penicillin. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Someone cooked a delicious dessert yesterday. A delicious dessert was cooked yesterday, and it's not necessary to mention by someone. Mochica culture has produced interesting pottery. Interesting pottery has been produced by the Mochica culture. So, that's it. That's the Passive Voice review. Thanks for watching. See you the next time.